Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. A bit of an unfortunate draw, lots of things to get through as well, but yeah, that winning streak is gone, unfortunately. We were never going to maintain that sort of winning streak, of course, throughout the whole season. We knew that at some point we would, um, draw or lose, and he has come against a team that I don't want to be disrespectful to Osasuna because I know they are a pretty decent side, and a lot of people will be like, "Oh my god, we've never heard of it before," and because it's drawing to them, right? But they're actually a pretty decent side. Let me just look where they are in the table. But I would assume they're one of those. They're currently sixth, right? So they are in the Conference League spot. So they are top side, right? Getting a point away at the Bernabeu is huge for them. But yeah, they are top side. They are decent look side. So no disrespect, but I just didn't thought we would draw against Osasuna, man. Look, before the international break, we beat Atletico. Then earlier we had Leipzig, the likes of Celtic, Mallorca, Betis, Espanyol, and then even earlier Celta Vigo and like Almeria. This was our start of the season. We won all of them. And you would say on paper, Osasuna is probably, I don't think in terms of squad depth and how good the squad is, I don't think it's anywhere near Atletico, Leipzig, Betis. So I think it's somewhere on the maybe the Espanyol level. And against Espanyol we struggled, but we got that result. We got the points that we needed and the points that we really should have gotten. So we brush it off. We say, look, it wasn't the best performance, but we got the points. Today it's different. It's not a good performance considering the amount of chances we had. 22 shots to their 8. We had 4 on target. They had 2. So telling me we're basically what? 22 shots. That's about 3 times as many shots as they had. 22 shots is double digit, so that's 20 shots. And only 4 on target. Was at 8 and they only had 2. And they have 2 on target. That's poor. That's really, really poor. Now, what else was I going to talk about? But yeah, GG's and well done to Osasuna for getting a point. It's not easy for any team to go to the Bernabeu to get a point against a top side who went to this game, I think, maybe a bit overconfident. Because based on the team he chose, Ancelotti, and I'm not one of those haters that say, oh my god, he's supposed to go now, he should leave, because it's only a game. Last season, we had ups and downs. We lost to PSG, we lost to Chelsea, we lost to City. That is basically 3 games we lost to, right? But we still won the Champions League. And the league, we lost a couple of games, drew a couple of games, and we still won the league. So things can still happen. I know we are right now in second behind Barca. I think my goal difference on 19 points after 7 games. But yeah, unfortunately that's how it is. So yeah, maybe a bit too overconfident now that Lunin playing because Courtois, I don't really know what happened to him. I think he had some sort of medical report. Based on what I could find, at least, he had sciatica. I don't know what that is, but yeah, that is probably like some kind of I don't know, illness. So yeah, he'll probably be out for a couple of weeks, maybe even months, which I hope and pray that doesn't happen. But so far it looks like he will miss Shakhtar, which I think is pretty much confirmed. So Lunin will get the start. I'm happy for him because look, Lunin has not been helped by, because he hasn't really got much game time, right? So, we all expected him to probably leave last summer. Didn't. He stayed. He wanted to fight for that spot. Now, whether this will be a blessing in disguise, we don't know. It's only a game. I know he considered. I know we drew. But we can't push all the blame to Lunin. And even though, yes, if we had Thibaut Courtois and goal, it would have helped us massively. But would we have considered that goal? Probably. Would that mean we would have scored more goals? I don't think so. So, for me, I think it was just an overall team performance which really, really affected us, But, yeah, hopefully Thibaut gets well faster, and all the best to Thibaut, But based on the sources, he will probably be out for the next 3 to 4 games, and his expectation, or not expectation, but he hopes at least to be back by El Clasico, right? So yeah. So Lunin played. I wouldn't say in a bad game. We did concede, but like I said, we just can't push all the blame to Lunin, because this media, we know how it works. In every country and their media, but they're trying to find someone to find a scapegoat. And I'm afraid that Lunin might be that, but so far it doesn't seem that way. So yeah, Lunin for me had an average game. I'm happy that he gets the start. I'm happy that he gets the game time which he really deserves. He's a good goalkeeper. Doesn't get the chance because we have arguably the beast. The beast. We do have the beast, but we don't have arguably the best goalkeeper in the world. So it's not easy to play. So yeah, getting a chance, sort of a blessing in disguise maybe. Carvajal, Rudiger, Alaba, Mendy. Don't understand why Militao didn't play. Was he sick or I don't know? But he was on the bench. He did come on in at the 75th minute. Maybe he wanted to rotate and let Rudiger play. But Rudiger didn't have that good of a game either next to Alaba. Those two will get some used to next to each other. Mendy. The midfield was where I really, really thought we should have done something. Now Modric had an injury with Croatia during the international break, so he came back earlier during the international break, and he's been training, I think, out. But I don't know if he's been training in recently, but he didn't play, wasn't on the bench because he was out. So we had Ceballos, Tchouaméni, Cruz. Tchouaméni looked like he had a really, really tough game out there. He had a good chance. We'll get to the chances, by the way. Today's going to be a very long one, right? Cruz and Ceballos in there. Again, I don't really know why Ceballos is playing. I know we don't have much options, but Valverde, who's on really, really good form, is that because you want to rest players? Camavinga as well. So, for me, it's illogical to start Ceballos. And I know, yes, he wants to rotate, but I'm just not too sure you should be playing someone like Ceballos. There's no game sharpness, no physicality, even though he's been training a lot. But I just feel like it's so unfair for Valverde, who's been so good this season so far. Arguably our best player, right? Tchouaméni and Cruz. Anyway, Rodrigo, Benzema, Vinny. Benzema is back after he got his injury for a little while. And yeah, we'll get on to Benzema later on as well. So that is the lineup. Let me get into the goals first, and then we'll get to the chances, and we'll talk a little bit more. So the first goal scored was Real Madrid's goal. Vini Jr. A long way out. Wow. Now it looked like either Rudiger or Benzema had a touch, but nah, it's Vini with the goal. From a long way out, it was even further than the edge of the box. So you know how the box, right, is even further away. So it's probably, if you measure it, it's behind the sort of the oval. You know what I'm saying? The oval after the box, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, Vini Jr., good goal, really good goal. But in the second half, it was a really, really poor start. 5 minutes in, Unai Garcia's cross finds Kike Garcia, the two Garcias linking up, who just flicks the header over Lunin and into the top corner. I guess Looney was trying to come out and rush for the ball, but didn't get the ball. The ball goes over him. Nothing can do. Unfortunate. I think there's a moment of poor goalkeeping in there, but we're all humans. At the end of the day, we make mistakes. We make decisions that we probably shouldn't. So, yep. And those are the only two goals that we saw in this game. I mean, the 22 chances, how many do I have? I don't know, but earlier on, we had Carvalho's cross fighting Mendy, who I think had it just wide. Vini Jr. had a shot straight at the goalkeeper. And then Vini Jr. again turns away from defender like he did on Fernandinho against City last season. And then, I say this is one of the chances that I think we really should have taken. It was a beautiful chance, Vini Jr. runs all the way after flicking it past the defender. That's a dummy, I suppose, and then goes all the way outside the boot cross. Benzema's volley just wide. That would have been a lovely goal to score, but it was not meant to be. Then Mendy cuts the ball back to Benzema, who hits it way over. That really shouldn't even be talked about. Second half begins after the two goals. Alaba's free kick went wide, just wide. Rodrigo had a shot over the bar. Now this was the moment where I was mad, disappointed, I guess is a better word, at Benzema. I mean, look, you have to redeem yourself here. I know you haven't played in a couple of games. You didn't play since Betis, didn't he? So that was what? He didn't play 3 games before the international break. And I mean, it's about that confidence. He's in front of him is a goalkeeper that I believe saved 2 penalties from him last season. Right? 2. I think it was in the same game as well. 2 in the same game. I think it was Osasuna as well, wasn't it? But it's a confidence. It's the confidence that wasn't there. Normal Benzema would just slot it somewhere. This Benzema hits it onto the crossbar. And can I just say he was fouled in the 75th minute from behind. Red card to David Garcia. Not sure if that's really a red, but I suppose it's a referee's decision. Nothing we can really do about it. But I'm so disappointed with Benzema's miss because that would have been it. 2-1, just protect the lead and get a 2-1 win. But the chance from 6 yards to convert, all the players are looking at Benzema going, Benzema, score this, and we get a 2-1 lead. And it's disappointment. It's really disappointing, man. And it's not like Benzema didn't carry us to the Champions League last season, but this season Benzema is not on great form. He has to find that form somewhere. Whether that is by getting dropped, because and I'm not saying Benzema getting dropped will help us more, but when we were without Benzema, we played Rodrigo through the middle, we played Valverde on the right, we played Vini on the left. It worked really well. So should we do that? I don't see it happening. I just don't see us dropping our captain, the number 9, unless he's injured. But I mean, surely something has to be done, because we can't just let every player who miss a penalty or do something and say, look, we need you, that's why we're not going to do anything. I think there must be a serious, and there must be a level of seriousness here, because we're talking about one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world. Not anymore, at the moment at least, in the current form. Erling Haaland is literally the best player in terms of form right now, but one of the best players in the world, having a poor start to the season. I know it's only 7 games in, missing a penalty. He scored 2 goals against, I think it was Espanyol, but so far it's not started off well. So hopefully he finds his form, man, because we need our number 9 to fire up. And whether that's due to fatigue, way too many games played last season, too much reliance on him, too much pressure on his shoulders. Whatever it is, he just need to go and clear his head, come back, and do better, because that was not a very good performance. Benzema, he did score later on, like a few minutes later, but it was offside. And then towards the last few minutes, Vini Jr. had a shot beaten away by the goalkeeper, and Mariano Diaz coming on, nearly scoring. I mean, that would have been literally the best moment of the game. Mariano coming on, heading it in, but he just heads it to the roof of the net. So, for me, the result and the performance were disappointing. The result, of course, is disappointing. We got a point. We didn't get 3 points, which we wanted. 3 points is massive right now. We got 1 point instead. But for me, I feel like the performance is important, equally as important. Because there is no point in winning games 5-0 if you have 5 shots on target and you score 5 goals. That doesn't mean you had a good performance. Winning games doesn't always mean you had a good performance. And if you have a good performance, you'll feel that you deserve to win, and you might not win. So it goes both ways. But most of the times when you have a good performance, you score. You score goals because you have good performances, you score goals, you win games. That's probably how you do it. But right now, I feel like what we're doing is we're having meh performances. We're getting through them. We're being happy about it, which okay, it's fine. I'm totally fine with it. But you'll come back to bite us because we cannot keep this going. We cannot just keep getting away with having meh performances, hoping that someone somewhere will come in, score a late winner or a late goal or a moment of magic from Valverde or Benzema or Vinicius or Rodrigo would come out of nowhere and hopefully we'll score. We can't expect that. We need a team performance out there. And hopefully we get that. Our next game is in the Champions League against Shakhtar Donetsk. I believe it is it away game? I really haven't looked at the fixtures this October. It's a tight October schedule, man. It's really tight. I mean, we've got a lot of games happening in October. So let me go through the game. So next up, there's Shakhtar at home actually, which would be good. But hopefully the fan advantage could do something. Then we've got Getafe away, Shakhtar away, and then we've got Barca at home. So that will be the El Clasico. So from now to El Clasico, which is on the 16th of October. So when I'm recording this is the start of the 4th because it's early morning for me. So you've got basically about 12 days, right? 13 days to go to El Clasico. Within these 2 weeks, hopefully Thibaut Courtois can get back. Because he won't be able to get back for Shakhtar. I don't think he'll get back for Getafe or Shakhtar again. So Barcelona is the aim, is the target, is the goal for Courtois. It's not a guarantee. There were rumors that it'll be 4 to 5 weeks. Now people are saying, there is no sort of specific time when he'll come back because the illness that he got is very random. Some people can heal within a week. Some people can heal within a couple of days. Some will take a few months. So it could define, it could change, it differs. It's not a fixed, date basically. So it could be any time, which is worrying, very worrying. And it's the fact that we don't know when he'll be back, which worries. And then Elche away, Sevilla at home, Leipzig away, and Girona at home. So that is our October fixture. That is what? How many games is that? That's a lot of games. So we are looking at about 8 games, excluding, the game against Osasuna. 8 games in the space of 26 days. From right now, I mean that is very tight schedule. But it's entertaining to watch, at least from a fan's perspective. We want to see more games getting played. Of course, we want to, but hopefully the performances come back as well. So yeah, for me, result disappointing, performance quite disappointing as well. We would like to see both, but for me, I think the performances has to be there because can we really be happy or too happy? We can't be happy about the performance, but can we be too happy if you get a performance but not the result? If you get a result but not the performance, like I'm not too sure, man. You know, sometimes you can be happy because you achieve something, but you gotta look at the way you achieve it, and is that the best way you can do it? Is that the best you did it? Can you do better? And it's Real Madrid here. You know, it's Real Madrid, the club with big history, big achievements, most Champions League titles. We don't come here and say, look, we got a 1-0 win. We take it. The main point we're gonna focus on is that 1-0 win. You can't be happy about it, but it shouldn't be your main topic. Your main topic here, at least at Real Madrid, is we got 1-0 win, but we could have gone for a 2-0 or 3-0. That is the kind of conversation Real Madrid should be having. You know, this is a top club. This is a big club, and big clubs should have big mentality, strong mentality. So hopefully we get that. You know, I'm not trying to pick on the team or the players. You know, we all make mistakes. Everyone make mistakes. Lillian made a mistake, but it's fine. We just need to come back stronger. You know, it's a one-off. Hopefully, at least I do believe it's a one-off. You know, it's one of those games where it's after the international break. It's fatigue. A lot of these players played a lot of games for their nations. They came back, didn't train too much, and then come in. So, yeah, 1-1, disappointing, but it is what it is. Nothing we can really change about it. Just hope for a better performance and a better result in the next game against Shakhtar Donetsk. But that'll be it for today's Real Madrid review. It's a longer one. I'm not too sure how long this is, about 20 maybe minutes. But hope you guys have enjoyed today's review. Hit the like button if you guys did. Subscribe to the channel if it's on already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.